You can't tell the right from the left in America, in Seattle, in Pittsburgh. That's why I call them the Trumpy Two Mutinees. Chomsky and Horn are working with Donald Trump. They have it all worked out. You can tell by the fact that they use innocent people for chaptering. What they bill is poetic justice. They think of them as chapters, and they um, put their minds to work trying to convince people that something legitimate has happened. They're calm. Their floating uterus, or the uterus of their guru of the hive, Penis Gabriel. But as the example, this was when LMNOP. You remember when they Ripper murdered Shannon Harps and started using death row symbols, death row versus Wade symbols um, for members of my family and so on. Well, they had in mind this idea the penny line is a reflex, break contact with the victims, right? Who they didn't bother to warn, they didn't bother trying to save. They had it all set up as a karmatic wheel, you know. And even if you think of the attack as moral medicine, which is how they put it, you would think that they would at least exert an effort to explain to people that that's what they'll do, that they have it coming if they get it while they can. Instead, they push people in that direction. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, so that they fell over the cliff. That's the way it's called lemmings. Well, they even wrote a book-like song about it. So, they have this LMNOP person, you don't want to be Q, so you say KR. And then they send somebody symbolizing the Matrix to Keanu Reeves to execute Susan Kennedy because you drew your hand away. And these, by the way, are the people who, then they call it the Gom Jabber. If you pull your hand from the box, the Gom Jabber sticks you in the neck, right? And this was all thought out by these kind of people in Washington. In fact, the mound of swastikas that the Africana studies in Pittsburgh called sacred the African symbols, which were obviously German Green Party swastikas, obviously, symbolize the taking of a white life by poaching to poetic justice. Okay, it comes from sadistic weirdos in the white extreme, but they have lined up black panthers. Whoa, 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 whoa. So just giving you an idea, picture, the accurate, factual picture of what's going on in Seattle and UW dialectical comes from another white, Frank Herbert, who wrote Soul Catcher, which is about Katzel coming to whoa, 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 the white little boy, right? And it's just all sacred to the African ancestors, right? That's what Frank Herbert honorarily was. I don't know how. He must have arranged for Obama to port Maduri Goto or something through the Neva Syndicate. So they're all sacred to the African warriors dancing the ghost dance in Dakota. South Dakota, which means where the Klan lines up for Crooker Radrona's autograph and a little boy Sean Dong, 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 Dong. This is what they're doing. This is the reality of the mentality. And the FBI comes and puts semen in your coffee and sends you wigwam symbols of you're going to prison so you can be like Navajo. It's like an anointing oil you can put on your hair from then on. And Noam Chomsky will say, that boy, he rocked out loud, man. He was a leftist. Oh, give me some. It's ridiculous. They can't stop themselves from being ridiculous. It's like the dumbass party rules, and it's totemic BS. Haven't got reaction. I mean, the Russians get in line for the people who want to use me as sacrificial homicide. You've got people who say, I twist my ankle, he made me twist my ankle from way back. And this is the hypnography, the trumpy tune Poach's Pie.